Well, veterinary professionals are experiencing extraordinary levels of burnout and compassion fatigue. A recent review finding that up to 2/3 report excessive workload and nearly 1/3 have experienced depressive episodes. Joining us this morning is Dr. Marie Holowaychuk, who is an author and veterinary critical care specialist. So let's talk about this burnout. What is all adding up here to reach where we're at right now?
Well, it's a combination of factors: the high demand for services, the low resources, so there's a lot of shortage of veterinary professionals, and there's just a higher than ever emotional demand from our clients. And so all of that combined is putting a big strain on veterinary professionals.
Okay, so when you talk about emotional demand from clients, what do you mean by that?
Well, the cases that we deal with are really life and death on a regular basis. It's not all healthy puppies and kittens that come into the practice. And so a lot of the times owners too are weighing financial decisions, right? So everything comes at a cost, and there's often these situations where they can't afford it, and so they're having to decide whether or not to euthanize their pet. And so when you deal with those situations on a regular basis, it really takes a toll.
And you're expected to have all the answers for them as well.
And doing very little testing, right? So there's this hope that we would be able to have all the answers and determine what's going on, but with doing less and less because everyone is challenged.
Sure. Because of the cost involved in doing those procedures. So
Exactly.
what can pet owners who are coming to the vet do to sort of help things out?
Well, I think just having an awareness that these are tough times for everybody, right? I think that we as veterinary professionals really get what our families are going through when they come into the practice. I think for pet owners, knowing as well that there's a lot of challenge on the other side too, that we came into this profession because we care so much and we want to help, and we're working with limited resources as well. So making it a really collaborative effort, being honest about where people are at in terms of their financial capabilities and coming to the best decisions that we can from there.
Now, how does this expand to other fields? There are other caregiving jobs out there. Is this a similar situation for them too?
I think it is. I think veterinary medicine right now is a mirror for all caregiving professions: nurses, teachers, frontline responders. Everybody is working with less and is being expected to do more. I think we've seen this tremendously post-pandemic. And so I think at the end of the day, what veterinary medicine highlights is that we have to find ways to take care of the people who are taking care of others to make their jobs sustainable. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to do the work that we really are passionate about doing.
Now, that's a macro conversation. On the micro level yourself, do you have any advice for those in those caregiving roles who can maybe help themselves out in the meantime?
Yeah, I think there's personal factors and organizational factors. So on a personal level, really focusing on setting healthy boundaries, leaning on your peer support networks so that you don't feel like you're alone. I think in the workplace, organizations really want to emphasize healthy communication amongst the team, psychological safety. So we're working in environments where it's safe to say, I'm not okay, or I need help. And hopefully all of those things combined will help to make all of our caregiving professions more sustainable.
Well, Marie, it's an important conversation. We appreciate you being here this morning.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Now, Marie has a book, Compassionate Calling, What It Really Means to Be a Veterinarian. It is available right now. For more information, you can visit marieholowaychuk.com.